Welcome back to the Toy Story 2 commentary. This time I'm joined by a familiar guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Art.
You might remember him from the Crash Bash videos, if you watch those.
Yeah, I made a lot of racist comments. I'm going to try to keep that out this time.
Yeah, we'll see. But he's joining me because he too watched Toy Story 2 when he was a kid, so he has some things he'd like to say about not only the movies, but about our past, including some forgotten details about my past.
He had the Bo Peep doll, man.
Dang it! They weren't supposed to know that!
He had the Bo Peep doll. The gayest toy ever. He had it. But I can't blame him. When you start the collection, you gotta have all of them.
Hey, cutscene.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, Disney PS1 games usually had the cutscenes. Not all of them, but some of them.
Well, I can tell you, it is very interesting that they decided to, it's a lot different for the first one. I never thought for a second in the second one they would actually bring in this whole Woody background thing.
Yeah, it was a surprise to go from a Buzz-focused scene to a Woody-focused one. It should have been the other way around, huh?
Exactly.
Well, the PS1 game's all about Buzz, for the most part.
Yeah.
But
well, I can tell you one thing. After watching Toy Story 2, they did the whole Woody background story and everything. I thought for sure in Toy Story 3 they were going to do a background of Buzz with a whole bunch of, like Buzz toys and TV show and everything.
Instead, Toy Story 3 was basically more about all of the toys equally.
That and a big purple teddy bear.
Yeah.
That smelled
of strawberries.
Strawberries. A strawberry smelling teddy bear. I mean, come on, man.
Mr. Zucchini Man, though.
Oh, God.
Hey, look at Bullseye, Mark. He's looking at you.
Yeah, Al's penthouse.
Al's sex house, actually.
Wow.
I'm just messing. But anyway, this level can be pretty hard. Do you have anything
to say? Buzz looks weird in this game.
It's made mainly because of the shading.
Well, Bullseye pretty much looks the same, but I mean, look at Buzz. He's more short. He's more like he's got a bigger head, definitely.
A bigger.
I mean, seriously, look at the size of his head.
It is pretty overly huge, isn't it?
Okay, if you take this character of Buzz and compare him to the actual action figure or the movie, this just isn't right. They did not do him justice whatsoever.
Also, Buzz can't glide in the game, Mark. What do you think about that?
That's lame.
He can double jump, though.
You know, it'd be cool at one level if they actually did the little racetrack thing.
You mean against the RC car?
No, I'm talking about, you remember how in the movie he's like, I can fly, and jumps on a racetrack and like zips off into the air, starts flying around when he catches the airplane.
The airplane is in the game. In the movie,
yeah. It is the racetrack in the game.
I don't know about that, but you do have to race the RC car in the first couple levels.
Yeah, well.
And the second race is so annoying. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, another thing that I thought was kind of a little blown out proportion about this game is that the laser on his wrist actually works after the big deal they made in the movies that was just a little light bulb that blinks.
And of course it actually works in the games. And you saw fake Buzz being scared as hell by it.
Yeah, that had to be the weirdest thing ever, dude. I seen fake Buzz's face when he popped out. The real Buzz pushes a little he freaks out about his own laser.
That's funny as shit.
That's what I'm sitting here looking like. I'm like, wow, dude. Seriously, you're gonna freak out about a little light bulb, a little red light bulb, really?
And it was his own. If it was the other Buzzes, that'd be a different story. But it was his own.
It'd been one thing if he was being pointed at by the real Buzz's laser and freaking out, but he freaked out about his own. It wasn't even aimed towards him or the real Buzz.
And he goes, shocking revelation!
I know, and he had that really weird look on his face, man. It was just odd.
Don't worry, I think I'm going to show them a picture on the actual YouTube video in case they didn't see that video, which they should have. They should have. It's just so funny. Anyway, this next part of the level involves trains. Choo choo! Chugga 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 chugga.
Okay, and just in case anybody wonders why I have no input on the levels or the game itself, is because I never really played the game. I'm just here for observation.
More or less.
Or going by my observation of what's happening in the game.
And adding input about the movies and our experience with the toys and everything. I mean, I had Bo Peep, but I had all the other toys too, right, buddy?
Oh yeah, he had all of them. I remember one day he actually he was playing. We were playing with the toys, and he turned around, looked at me, and asked me where his Slinky dog was. And I just looked behind me, and you see my brother sitting there tied up with it, trying to figure out how to get out of it. I mean, it stretched that far, folks. And I'm not talking about a little plastic toy. I'm talking about he had a metal Slinky in between his chest and butt. Okay.
That was something pretty weird. I thought that the Slinky Dog toy Slinky was actually made of metal. No joke. I think it was even a little sharp if you weren't careful.
Yeah, and I can bet you 10 to 1 if you threw him down the stairs, he would bounce.
Maybe not quite as much as actual Slinky.
You know how the actual Slinky just kind of walks down the stairs? I'm pretty sure Slinky Dog would have did that if we removed,
remove the dog parts, but then it would just be a Slinky.
Well, at least his head and his feet and then the tail, that way it was just two round pieces at the end, but I'm sure he would still bounce.
Yeah, just in a different way. And probably a disastrous way, too.
Yeah, probably very disastrous.
So, anyway, the idea here is that you need to push switches to try to get the train to go to a dead end. I end up not doing that, though, so I just say, fuck the train, and I end up jumping to the top of the train bed anyways.
There's foul language in a children's game.
I know, right? It's like this video isn't even targeted at children.
I know.
It's targeted at people who played this game when they were a kid, and now they're adults, so they can appreciate its shittiness.
Exactly. Which I really wouldn't call it a crappy game. This is some pretty good graphics for a PS1 game, but
it's not a bad game. It's like I said in the first video, you've played far worse.
Oh yeah, I have played far worse. For example, I'll give you the 101 Dalmatians. That wasn't really a far worse game, but the graphics had not been.
You mean 102 Dalmatians Patch's Adventure?
There you go.
That's actually a game I was thinking about playing for the channel as well.
Oh, well, hey, dude, I recorded for the channel, by all means, let's do it.
I mean, I remember you, me, and your friend Mikey were all obsessed with that game.
Oh, God, dude, if you I don't think you're ever going to hear from Mikey, but that dude, oh, God, man.
I didn't really know him as much as I know Mark and his brother, but Mark knows Mikey quite well.
Oh, yeah.
For better or for worse.
I can guarantee you, if you ever hear him commenting on a game on this channel, I can promise you now, no matter what you think he's going to say, I don't care what you think is fixing to happen, if you say something about it, or anybody else in this video says something about it, all he's going to say is this game's retarded.
Most likely.
That's about any game.
I mean, he can have fun with video games, but he usually doesn't have much to say constructively. From what I know.
He's like one of those kind of laid back kind of people, and just out of nowhere he'll fucking do something really stupid. I mean, he'll just do something really stupid about the game, and it's you have to see it to believe it. It's funny.
Believe it or not, sometimes it works though, because I remember you, me, and Mikey played WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii.
Oh God, man. If you ever want to see a fat guy dance, that is the game to play.
Technically, multiple fat guys.
Yeah, multiple fat guys. You and him are pretty fat, so.
We're pretty fat.
We're pretty fat was the understatement. It's an understatement now. Now it's just like obsessively large.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying you're large, but, well, I mean, you're fat as fuck, but, you're still large. Yeah, just in case anyone knows what that snap was, I just gave him a high five for calling him a fat ass. So. Anyways, Mikey is excessively large. And as a matter of fact, he kind of reminds me of Buzz. When I first met him, he had that high opinion of himself, and then we kind of beat it into his head, dude. It's not that big a deal. Calm down.
I also remember him really liking Pepsi. That may or may not have had something to do with all that.
Yeah, but now we're getting off subject. Let's talk more about the game.
Yeah, we're moving on now to what I think is the living room. And it's going to involve a lot more bizarre platforming.
Sometimes I kind of wish I was that size so I could skate around my living room like that. That would be cool.
Yeah, but then you need an elevator to go up the stairs.
Dude, I'd need an elevator to go up the coffee table, okay?
Well, yeah, the coffee table would technically be higher than the stair. One stair, anyway.
Well, exactly.
And that would be an inconvenience.
Yeah, I would say if I had to go upstairs, I think I'd just rent a biplane and a parachute and be done with it.
You know what is one thing you would love doing at that size? Racing around toy cars.
I know that's right. And as a matter of fact, that whole scene, I'm not sure if it's in the game because, like I said, I've never played it before, but I know it's in the movie. The whole riding of the RC car down the street and lighting the whole rocket and everything like that, going super fast, my face stretching out kind of like Woody did. I don't know how they worked that considering his face is plastic. But still, that'd been pretty cool.
I think what you're thinking of with the rocket in the car is from the first movie when they tried to chase after the moving van.
Exactly.
And for some reason, all of the other toys were dicks and didn't let Buzz and Woody back in the van.
Well, I wouldn't want to play with the toy dick neither.
That's not what I meant.
Well, that's what exactly.
I'm talking about they were being jerks.
Yeah, they were being jerks, but you know.
It was referenced in this movie earlier in one of the cutscenes, but you know.
I don't know. I think if I was in the toy's position, I'd just see you reach across. If I see you across, like waving your arm, and then you just flip around with another toy's arm in your hand, and the rest of them is like not there, I'd be freaking out too.
Oh yeah, because they thought Woody did something to Buzz.
Exactly, and the whole revenge on Sid thing, that was pretty cool. I'm sorry.
It was. It's a shame they didn't bring Sid back for the second movie.
Yeah, I never thought for a second that Woody was going to pull the whole Exorcist thing on everybody. You know, the whole head spinning around.
That was pretty badass. But anyway,
what's going on here? What's with the
gunslinger?
Yeah, the evil cowboy here. Is that Woody's cousin or something?
He could be, but he's just the mini boss of this level. Like every level in this game has a mini boss, and there's also regular boss levels too. So this game is pretty boss heavy.
Well, now I can understand why the toys want to do it.
Well, the toys don't want to get rid of him here, and here they're trying to rescue Woody.
Oh.
They're bipolar as hell, aren't they?
They are bipolar. One minute they don't like him, next minute they do like him, and in the third movie they're just like, dude, forget you, go away.
Well, I mean, they all tried to work together to escape the facility, but because Woody escaped first, they probably were a little bit mad at first, but then they realized, they need to stop being mad, we need to stop getting out of this place because it's like prison.
You know, I can honestly say, I wonder what it'd be like if Bullseye actually met a real horse.
What?
The real horse would probably eat him.
It wouldn't be delicious.
No, it wouldn't be delicious. It wouldn't be magically delicious either.
So anyway, now we're in the bathroom, as it were.
Yeah, dude, if your bathtub if you're so small, your bathtub looks like a freaking lake.
A sink, actually.
Or sink.
And here's an actual sink.
The sink actually looks like a swimming pool. I'm talking about that bathtub back there. It looks like a freaking lake, man.
Now it's gonna look worse.
Yeah, oh god, now he's flooded the whole bathroom.
That's the point of this section of the level, actually. We gotta keep putting the water level higher and higher and higher to ascend. And if you fall in the water, you gotta reset the water level and start all over again. Isn't that fun?
That's horrible, man.
Good thing I didn't have to do that.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah, otherwise I would have cut it out anyway, because that's way too much time taken up.
Yeah,
but still,
way too much time taken up, and you know, and it's just crazy.
It is, but you know, it's still an interesting challenge, and I take care of it on the first try, so we're all good there.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Wow, you're hopping across sponges. That's a new one on me.
Well, sponges will float on top of the water. Well, do they? I mean, they absorb water, and if they absorb too much water, won't they sink?
No, I wouldn't think so. I think they continue floating on top of the water, you know, because all those holes and everything. You could never truly fill a sponge completely full of water. I mean, because, you know, it's full of holes.
Very true. Very true. I guess they couldn't really think of anything else to use as platforms for water than sponges. Yeah. Maybe like a very thin plate or something, but what kind of plate would be able to do that? Not a paper plate.
Now, see,
not a paper plate.
This right here just makes you wonder, okay? You just seen him in the tub underwater. What the heck is stopping him from filling it with water and his cork making him float belly up like a dead fish?
I have a better question. Why didn't the water pour out from the bathroom into the living room? That was a lot of water.
Yeah, that was a very big hole in the water. I don't see why I didn't do that either. That was another high five, just so he was curious.
You don't need to tell them every time. Let them imagine.
Oh, well, if I was watching a video and I heard a sudden snap, I'd be like, what the fuck, so...
It may just be the game breaking itself.
Okay, dude, I'm a person who can eat, so if I could climb around my refrigerator like that, that'd be awesome.
I could eat, too.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. You being shrunken down and still being the size you are by comparison, you probably would fit in the refrigerator very well.
Oh, yeah, kind of like a fat version of Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
Actually, just take Buzz Lightyear and add about 200 pounds on him. He'll be good.
Well, you have to account for all the plastic and metal, which probably takes up more weight.
Yeah, well.
You got
Wow, did you really just kill a buzzard?
Yeah, those buzzard enemies are all over the penthouse, and they're really annoying.
Was that like another toy, or was that just
I don't think so. I think it's just one of those enemies they randomly added to the game.
Wow.
Like the snake right here. Well, they had toy snakes, but not like those. You remember in the first part, Toy Story 2, they mentioned Toddle Tots. I don't remember Toddle Tots in the movies.
Yeah, I don't remember Toddle Tots either. I don't even remember what Toddle Tots is. You know, I wouldn't have the slightest clue.
In the construction yard, they had these little egg people. Maybe those are the Toddle Tots, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's a very good possibility, but you wouldn't want to think about it too much.
No, I mean, they're egg people. I remember egg people as toys. I just don't remember the toys being in the movie.
Okay, I remember you said Buzz cannot glide. What was the whole with the wingspan coming out and then second jump?
Double jump.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, they couldn't do a glide, but they could do a double jump. And it works surprisingly well sometimes.
See, this right here makes me curious. When he hit X's level, he flies towards the ceiling. When obviously in the game, he cannot fly. But obviously, you can see he can fly. So why didn't they make that ability? And why did he shoot through the ceiling? And why did it go black?
Because the developers of this game suck.
I can see that, man. That's freaking horrible.
Well, now we move on to the next boss. Emperor Zurg!
For the last time. It's Zurg!
Whoa, two buzzes.
Keep an eye on Blackbird.
Those are balls.
Dude, how many times... Man, you are perverted as hell. You know, we do have female viewers. What kind of lady wants...
You are a hypocrite because you brought up the balls in the first two Crash Bash parts.
Because you said something. That's Crash Bash. You wouldn't see a female watching that kind of stuff.
Why not? Coco? I was playing as Coco.
But that's an in-game character.
But she's
if you want to
female.
play as a woman, that is all on you. All I'm trying to say is, every time there's something to do with, you know, orbs or spheres, you don't have to make a joke about balls.
Mark, tennis balls.
When you say balls and you get quiet for a second, everybody knows what you're implying.
We didn't get... Oh, wait, yeah, I did get quiet for a minute, didn't I?
Now, see, this is what got me, you know, in the movie when he fought Zurg.
He wasn't floating.
He was not floating, so anybody who thinks their fictions just follow the movie and base the game off that, believe me, there's a lot of differences. Not many, but there are a lot of differences.
They take a lot of liberties when it comes to the games.
Exactly.
Believe me, they do.
They really do, man. You can't really follow them.
No, because, and also another thing, don't expect they unlock the whole movie in terms of cutscenes either. You may get like half the movie in cutscenes at best.
Yeah, I'm saying if you could actually unlock the whole movie, not only would that defeat the purpose of going to buy the movie, the quality would be just horrible.
I mean, yeah, it's good enough for like commentary or whatnot, but to actually view yourself in peace, no.
Exactly.
Get a Blu-ray or a DVD. So that was Zurg defeated. We talked through that quite easily.
Yeah, we sure did. I never thought I'd see the day.
Look at Buzz's eyebrow. Look.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of funny.
He's got a whole Dwayne The Rock Johnson eyebrow.
Oh my... That's The Rock's eyebrows?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, look how he's staying. Rock kind of tilts his head down. Does that one eyebrow lift like...
I think people know what you're talking about.
Number one, okay.
I think we're going to have to end this part soon after this cutscene. This is a bonus movie.
Yeah, this is a bonus scene, so everybody...
I hope you enjoyed Mark's guest appearance.
Dude, I want that truck so bad.
I know you do.
It's got a rocket.
Rocket power!
That's off topic. That's a TV show. No.
Bienvenido de nuevo a la Toy Story 2 comentario en esta parte. I can't do it. I can't do it, Mark. I just can't do it.
Why?
I can't.
Oh, God. Peek out the damn window. Look at Buzz.
It's this cutscene, right?
I guess he doesn't know it's rude.
No, it's Spanish Buzz in Toy Story 3.
Oh, crap.
Hay un amigo en mí. Why did that make you laugh?
Like
Slinky?
You know what? If I could go bark, 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 I would hope somebody would run away from that.
This is why I like Slinky Dog, folks. You don't like Slinky Dog, Mark?
No, I like Slinky Dog.
You just like other
It's a bit of a
characters?
stretch, but I like Slinky Dog.
Bit of a... I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you just offended me like that. Oh, God.
You get it?
Mr. Potato Head dropped his droppings. Okay.
Wow, God, look at him.
Air... That looks like you, Mark.
Bullshit, that don't look like me. Crazier than hell.
Welcome to Airport Infiltration, folks.
I blast you with my laser.
This
Boom,
level
boom,
is big and large, and Mark's commentary is probably going to help us through this.
Yeah, I've never played this game. I have never played this video game, but I'm going to try my best to...
Pretend it's the movie,
yeah,
Mark.
I'm going to pretend that I have played this game, so...
Just pretend it's the movie.
Yeah, just bear with us.
Bear with Mark. Bear with me, because I'm doing the playing, and it's up to me to provide explanations and junk. Mark is there for comedy, right?
Yeah, I was like, now see, in the game, that laser actually works. So if somebody would have looked at me and said it was just a little light bulb that blinks, I'd tell them they're full of shit.
Shocking revelation! Every time, man.
Hey, have you noticed when you get real close up on the laser, you can actually see the reflection of Buzz's face right on the screen? Look at that. He's winking at you.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Metroid Prime.
It reminds me of The Rock's eyebrows.
You already brought that up, man. You and your obsession.
Well, I'm gonna say it again, man, because that's exactly what he's got. Them sleek eyebrows.
Watch out for the live-action Toy Story remake, which will have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Buzz.
Oh God, dude, that. I'm sorry. Okay, you know who they're gonna play? You know who they're gonna put as Woody? Tim Allen, the actual Tim Allen.
Why not Billy Ray Cyrus? Because he's an actual redneck.
No, that's kind of that's
Billy
too
Ray
far.
Billy Ray Cyrus would be the prospector. Would be Stinky the
There
prospector.
you go. There you go. But no, he's not. No. Huh? He's not old enough. So the prospector would probably be Willie Nelson.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Willie Nelson, but I'm going to trust you on
Okay,
this.
he's a country singer. He has a long white beard, and he likes smoking pot. So, you know.
Okay, yeah, I see
Stinky
it.
Pete would probably be the best role for him.
I see it now. Although Stinky Pete is actually, they don't imply weed in the movie. They imply, like, I think farts or something.
Oh, well, whichever one. Either way, you're going to get lightheaded. It's going to smell funny, and you're going to... Well, I wouldn't say it'd make you hungry afterwards, but
It'll give you the munchies,
yeah,
man.
it's going to smell funny either way.
Anyway, these green suitcases, you can do the butt stomping, and you can use them as a trampoline. What do you think about that, Mark?
Hey, I wish I could use a suitcase as a trampoline. I've been long gone by now.
You'd probably crush it, though.
Yeah, you'd find me in my bedroom just bouncing up and down, man.
You know, a bouncy bed would probably be better for us normal-sized humans, you see.
Yeah, probably.
And another thing, too, is that this level goes up very, very high. It's very vertical. Look at all this. And I'm not even halfway through this stamp structure. You see this, Mark?
Yeah, this is a big freaking level, dude. Alright.
This is probably the biggest level in the game, actually.
What the heck was that? I didn't even see what that was. What was shooting at you?
Some sort of cowboy, and these are the buzzards from Al's Penthouse.
Oh, yeah, them same toys over again.
Yeah, and they're still going to be there for the final level, too. Spoiler.
Oh, man.
Yep, and and the next level is fairly, laid out simply, so they won't be too annoying. But seeing the same enemy for 3 levels in a row, good God.
Yeah. Here's another spoiler. Either way it goes, Buzz is going to look funny.
That's not really a spoiler. That's an inevitability.
Yeah, you might have a point there.
I always have a point when it comes to Toy Story 2. Dude, I was so in sync with this
Yeah,
game.
but when it comes to women, you have no clue.
Hey! I can't believe you just said that on national TV.
And in case you wonder what a snap was, I gave him a high five because he has no flow with women.
You have to explain every time there's a snap because you think that we're hitting each other. You think we're violent to each other, Mark?
Oh yeah, I'd slap the shit out of you in a heartbeat.
Noted.
Duly noted.
Yes, duly noted. Raise that eyebrow if you'd like. Yeah, you just rose it. I'm gonna smack the eyebrow off you.
You know, and that's one thing I never understood about the Buzz Lightyear toys. They make the toys and everything like that, but you see in the game, in the movie, Buzz can have a straight face, but every time they make a toy, he's always got that smile and that one eyebrow just stuck right up in the air. I don't understand that, you know?
Hey, it's that toy from the intro. It's, I don't know what the fuck this guy's name is.
Muscle Bob Pinhead?
Let's just go with that for now. Anyway, he tasks you with finding 5 weights, and you've got more than enough time to find them. The problem is finding out where the weights are in the first place, because there's this one room that's so super hidden. It took me like 3 tries to do this shit. And of course, this is the latest one where I actually got everything.
Yeah, and see, I don't understand this neither. I mean, come on, man. The guy's hair, is that his hair? Is that blue thing on his head his hair?
Are you talking about the muscle toy? Or?
Yeah, I guess that's supposed to be his hair. His eyes come up through it or something like that. I don't know.
It's probably his hair, dude, or it's supposed to be his hair.
That's a weird toy, man. If I had a toy like that, I'd strap a firecracker onto him and blow him up just to see.
Oh god, you know what? I think I forgot to cut out this attempt. Oh no. I didn't cut out.
Well, see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you fall. You just goes right back down to the bottom, and then you have to try it all over again. Climb back up, and then you jump off again. What if you weren't trying to get to the bottom? Why'd you jump off?
Folks, consider yourselves lucky you're getting to see me fail some more than usual. But it'll show you how annoying this mission can be, I guess.
And believe me, he fails a lot more than that, just so you know.
You didn't have to tell him that.
I know, I just like to spoil you.
They don't need to know about what happens during the final boss battle. That, oh my god, that is...
Okay, I understand what happens in your bedroom stays in your bedroom.
We are not in my bedroom, we are in the game room.
Okay, what happens in your game room when I'm not here stays in your game room. When I'm not here.
But when you're
as long as I'm here, it's going to be everywhere.
When you're not here, it's like half as exciting.
Yeah, very true.
No, seriously, if you've watched a video with just me talking, it's not nearly as entertaining when we're together.
Yeah, I know. I've heard you late at night while I'm trying to sleep. I hear you all the way across the house talking on a freaking commentary to a video game.
And you think I'm calling your name when I say Mark, when I could just be saying like check Mark or Mark the spot or whatever, and you think I'm calling you, and you come into my room half asleep going, "Did you call me? Did you call me? Yeah." I think you may have called me.
Oh, well, you know, when you say Mark, and I mean, you know, I'm in my sleep and I hear the word Mark, you know, I'm going to wake up because that's my fucking name.
Mark, please bring me my food.
Who's got the keys?
I've got the keys. Okay, guys, here's a good one. Who's behind?
Slinky Dogs.
Well, technically you're supposed to say mine, but yeah.
Mine.
That's probably my favorite Slinky Dog quote right there. Yeah. Although it's weird they get a different voice actor for him in the third movie.
You know, see, I don't understand this. Why is it when he single jumps, nothing, but when he hits the double jump is when the wings want to come out?
The wings give him the extra boost, you see.
Well, I don't understand. You know, if they were going to do something like that, they could have at least just made the wings come out, you know, on the first jump, and then the second time, the wings come all the way out and give it extra boost. You know, kind of like that first level, second level kind of thing.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. By the way, that was the oh-so-hidden passage I mentioned earlier. And Look, I do it with 17 seconds to spare this time. 3 attempts on this, and I don't cut out any of them because I forgot to. Rag! That irritates me, but it entertains Mark, and probably entertains everybody else watching this.
Probably. Everybody join me in laughing at his misery. Ha 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 ha.
That is funny. That sure is funny. By the way, green laser power. This room is annoying.
But a fucking laser, mate.
You might want to keep an eye on this guy right here, because you bring all the passengers in. All the egg people you see, Mark.
Oh,
you have to rescue egg passengers in this level. I've only rescued 2 so far. The other 2 or 3 are in this room alone.
Wow. Well, speaking on eggs, we just watched a movie called Stitches.
No.
Yeah,
don't bring it up.
You have to see. I strongly recommend that. There's a strong story behind the egg in that movie. Please just watch it. You'll see. It's very, very violent, very gory. But if you like to see people, you know, kind of like explode and die weird ways.
It's also very, very British.
Yeah, it's like Harry. Okay, all right. Somebody handed Harry a shot of liquor, a joint, and then a dose of freaking heroin or something, because that's exactly what it freaking sounded like.
Whoever made that movie probably read Stephen King's It, but didn't quite go in the mindfuck route, as opposed to just going for a straight killer movie.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
So it's on Netflix. Watch that. That's all we're going to talk about in that movie, Mark. Bringing
Okay.
it up. Naughty, naughty. That's very naughty, Mark. You
Why
should
does
have
he
read it out.
randomly say that you're a space ranger?
He says a lot of random stuff sometimes. It's like, oh, I don't know. They don't like me when I shoot my laser. That was Mr. Potato Head's mouth, by the way. I know it didn't look like it.
Wait, isn't it Tim Allen that plays the voice of Buzz, or is it Tom Hanks?
Tim Allen does Buzz and Tom Hanks does Woody.
Now, see, that would be really weird because earlier I mentioned having The Rock as Buzz and then
Tim Allen
doing
doing
Woody.
Woody.
So that would be a very strange. No. Put Tom Hanks in as Woody, and then just
No.
throw The Rock in there.
Have Tom Hanks and Tim Allen swap around Woody. Like halfway through the movie, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a different actor."
Oh, you know what? Actually, if they did a remake of the Toy Story 3 live edition, keep the same characters for Woody and Buzz, but for the Spanish Buzz.
Have Antonio Banderas.
No, Antonio. Well, hey, that'd be kind of, no. Actually, you have a good point there. I was gonna say take The Rock and put The Rock in there with a little mustache, make him look Spanish.
Really, Mark?
But
The Rock is not Spanish, as far as we know. As far as we know,
I don't know. He looks like he looks like a Mexican on steroids.
he
to
looks
me.
he
But-
might be Philippine, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Nobody knows for
That or
sure.
he's just really tan. But yeah, Antonio Banderas, that'd be pretty cool, you know, because he does that whole little dance with Jesse. Who would play Jesse?
Amanda Bynes.
Oh God.
Yes. Sorry, that's
Wow.
just my 90s bias showing through. Anyway, those are the hover boots, which you get for bringing Mr. Potato at his mouth. They're kind of odd to use, but they help you get high.
You know, you'd imagine it'd been to another person that can actually do something like that would give you some hover boots.
Mr. Potato Head gives you all the upgrades in the game, actually. And
Oh,
here's
wow.
Stinky Pete. He's not the final boss.
Wait, how's he dodging your laser?
He's not dodging it. For some odd reason, he's immune to lasers, so you have to use the spin attack to hurt him. This isn't... And look, I died for the first time in the project. Look at that. But yeah, check it out. You die, you start right back where you are. Boss doesn't get recovered health or anything. So, as long as you have a lot of lives, deaths are inconsequential, really.
What was he hitting you with? A pitchfork or a shovel or something?
Pickaxe.
Oh, a pickaxe.
Yeah, his attack does a lot of damage, but it's not homing like a boss that comes later on. I'll be sure to get into that soon enough in the next part. I don't know if, honestly, folks, I don't know if Mark will be able to survive one more part of this. He may have
I
to
don't
take
know.
a vacation.
That's a good possibility. I will try. If I get some good comments on this video, then yes, I will definitely be back for the last part. But until then, you know,
The audience demands you, Mark.
the audience might demand me. If I get some good comments on this video, then I'll seriously think about doing the last part. But until then, I'm kind of a neutral party right now. I haven't decided.
Yeah, you're a neutral party until you see your favorite toy, which is, what was it again? Where's your favorite toy? It's not Buzz. Is it Buzz or Woody?
I don't remember.
Or was
what
it?
my favorite toy
I think it was Rex.
No,
'cause,
it's not
dude-
Rex. No, it's the RC car. That's mine.
Mark, I said Rex, your dinosaur fell asleep.
Oh God. If you ever hear about Kylan, we had a toy that said, "This is my dinosaur can't fall asleep."
That's how I say dinosaur in Chinese.
Yeah, and Taylor spread her legs apart.
Exactly. And that's all we'll say about that, because we might be going
Yeah,
a
so-
little too much inside joke territory now. Just know if you ever find a Ni Hao Kai Long, I think that's how you pronounce it, doll, and it has a little dinosaur and it's really big head, you know, that's probably the doll. That's,
It's going to be a little girl's doll, but you know,
wait, it is relevant. We're talking about a toy, and it's Toy Story.
exactly.
Ah!
We're talking about a damn toy and everything. like that.
Loopholes for the win. So all that is left to this level,
Okay,
folks,
dude, I don't know why you kept climbing because what are you trying to climb?
I was trying to climb to the... Look, it looks like you can climb on the other side of that thing, but...
Yeah, but it looks like you're having an epileptic heart attack on a damn pole, or you're just really freaking scared of something on the ground.
No, it's just... The game wouldn't let me keep going up.
I mean, think about it, folks. If you keep on climbing something that you cannot climb no more, but you continue to climb,
I didn't
something
want
is
to
wrong.
acknowledge it. I didn't want to think that I would have to do more platforming. I was already ready to finish this level by this point. 15 minutes in, man. I was ready to finish this. I wanted to finish this game so bad and move on to something else.
Yeah, well, what game do you plan on doing after this one?
You know what? We can't spoil that right now, because if we tell them what the next Disney game is, they're gonna be mad at me for not picking a shittier game.
Oh, wow.
On that note, though, there are these guys called Infinite E-Tank who are currently working on Emperor's New Groove. Now, you see, that game I remember being pretty decent.
Definitely check him out. Definitely check him out.
That's some, especially Nick, the way that guy plays the games. Oh my God! I think he was your favorite guy too, wasn't he, Mark?
Yeah.
Mine too, honestly. The way he plays the games and how he keeps dying too. That's funny. Actually, if Mark played more games on this channel, that's probably what Mark would end up doing too, is dying left and right.
Oh, yeah.
For comedic purposes,
but I'm not really into the whole Disney games. I play more of the, more towards PS3 and
PS2
and Xbox, so like Midnight Club and
Jack and Daxter.
The Jack series, yes.
The Jack series, me and Mark, we both like about the same. But since I'm going to be playing, I've already played so many other games that if we ever do Jack and Daxter, Mark will most likely be handling the majority of the games.
Yeah.
If we do commentary, I'll be there, of course, because I'll have things to say about the Jack and Daxter games. So that's just how it's going to go down, folks.
Yeah, and there's a good possibility I might be doing Grand Theft Auto 5 in the future.
Yeah, but that's if, depending on how the standard definition recording of that looks. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for an HD capture card, buddy.
Yeah.
But that is definitely a game that Mark wants to do. He can't hold in the urge. That and another game,
you want
too.
to talk about somebody dying, man? Dude, weird deaths left and right. I mean, I'll show you some deaths you didn't even know a person could die through, okay?
And who is your favorite character in Grand Theft Auto 5, Mark?
Trevor.
Or as I like to call him, Trevor!
Only reason I like it because he's that crazy ass redneck wanting to be running around like he's freaking 20 years old when he looks like he's in his 40s. I mean, the man will do absolutely anything. And the best part about it, when he's introduced in the game, he's got his damn pants down full force and behind a female, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's totally
what
we
character
should...
could you like more
We're
than
talking about that in Toy Story 2 again.
Yeah,
Mark.
I know. We should be getting back to Toy Story.
Here's the annoying thing, folks. Now I got the second to last pizza token. I got to backtrack all the way to Ham. Look at that glowing icon right there staring at me, taunting me, Mark. What do you think about that? It'd make you sleepy, huh?
It looks like pork chops to me.
You hungry?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to turn Ham into pork chops after this part, folks.
No. I want pork chops, not ham.
Well, we're still going to kill him anyway after this part. He is not going to be in part 10, folks. Now, you might think I'm bullshitting you. Well, you'll find out soon because this ends this part. Thank you for joining me again, Mark. And join me next time for the final level and the final boss.
So fuck off and have a nice day.
Well, it's time for the final part of Toy Story 2. We've come a long way, folks, but this long, arduous journey is finally coming to a close. This won't be the last cutscene, but savor it as such. If you're wondering, Mark actually passed out, fell asleep after the last part, bored him to sleep in a way, but this is the final level of the game. And I must say, this is probably one of the better levels in the game, mainly due to how it's laid out. It's not too terribly annoying, but it's not too terribly easy either. And what I really like about this level is the music track. Oh my god, it's almost as good as something like from... I don't know, it reminds me of Super Monkey Ball soundtrack just a little bit, or maybe like Tekken or something, you know. They had kind of a techno thing to them, so yeah. Anyway, by this point in the game you'll have all the upgrades, so the only thing this level will offer you is to use the rocket boots, which you should have acquired from Al's Toy Barn. They don't really serve any significant purpose, but they do save some time to help you navigate this rather expansive level, you see. And I just passed by good old Slinky Dog, but first let me get this coin. And yes, I know there's more slime. What a fitting way to end this playthrough. But anyway, Slinky Dog is tasking you with not really a race, but kind of a time trial run. You need to navigate your way through this path while not touching the slime or jumping. I mean, if you could jump, you could just literally jump to the Pizza Planet token, so I can understand why they would place a restriction like that, so yeah. But yeah, I figured this thing was going to be hard, that I would need to do multiple takes on this, but no. Did this on my first try. No problems here to report. So, yeah, I mean, this is a rather large level, and the luggage you have to collect, there's 5 of them for the egg people. And a couple of, they're really not that hard to find, especially compared to the last level. You know, airport infiltration. I know for the last 2 parts I didn't really get to talk too much about the game since, you know, I was having my friend Mark as a commentator, and he really made things a lot funnier, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, I wouldn't want him to be in every single, I wouldn't want him to be in every part or more than 1 or 2, because, you know, I find that with Mark it's best to have a light touch, because he does add a lot of comedy, but he tends not to talk too much about the game itself, so, you know, in a way I guess we balance each other out, but since I've already done the majority of this playthrough myself, it seems to be fitting that I would close the playthrough by myself as well. But, yeah, keep a watch out, folks. He might surprise us at the end of this commentary. Probably not, but, you know, keep your ears and eyes out. Anyway, the central area with Slinky, you can climb up the pole and head to this plane, which is arguably the central mechanic of Tarmac Trouble. So, the level's separated into about 8 zones, I believe. And the luggages are, most of them are found but using the plane in the middle. By jumping on the plane wing, getting on the body, then going to the other plane wing, and so on and so forth. It can get kind of repetitive, and I probably could have trimmed down this level a little bit, but being the final level, and even after I completed the level, it really wasn't that long. It was only like 15 minutes, and I already knew the final boss, and the credits were probably out on a good bit, so yeah, I just ended up leaving it as it is, you know. Final part, may as well go out in style. And yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to the next Disney project, which I'm still not going to review. Also, be sure to check out Infinite E-Tank's Emperor's New Groove playthrough, which may or may not be out of sync by this point in time, because you see, Emperor's New Groove is, 1, a longer game than Toy Story 2, and 2, the way the guys handle it isn't nearly as efficient as I do, and they seem to have a limit to what they put in each video, so if it was up to me, I'd probably do like 1 section, or however Emperor's New Groove is structured, I probably would have done it, you know, structured by structure. You know, I don't normally do like random footage in one part and then randomly in the next one. You know, I know that style does work in some ways, but me personally, I'd like to keep everything pertaining to 1 section of a game in 1 video at a time. But that's not to downplay or downgrade to anybody else's choices. You know, I applaud them for their video quality and how they've been handling it so far. They make some pretty funny videos, man. Although, it would be nice to see them take on some, no offense, actually good games, you know, real classics. And I get the feeling they might do that someday. What's my basis for this? Well, you're not going to name your channel Infinite E-Tank and then not do a Mega Man game at some point, you know? So, I think it's a good possibility to do a Mega Man game, but back to Toy Story 2. Yeah, basically just keep going on the wing and let the plane take you where you need to go. For the most part, there are some places where you need the plane, there are other places that you don't really need the plane for, so I've already got 3 out of the 5 luggage at this point, and here's the 4th one, on top of Zone 8. Actually, the fact I was reading for this, it told me to go to 8 before I went to the other one, but it probably would have been more efficient if I had done it that way, but I did not. So, oh well. There's also a bunch of Owl's Penthouse enemies littered around this level, so the developers got a little lazy with the enemies near the end of the game. I mean, this is the 3rd level in a row with the enemies, and some of the buzzard and the cowboy have a lot of HP. Even with the green laser power, they don't go down in 1 hit. Even the snake too. So it's really annoying. I mean, understandable, but still annoying. And here's good old Rex. Once again, you talk to Rex if you don't know where a pizza token is. and he will let you know of the locations of the pizza tokens. But that's where the last luggage is, and that brings us to 5. I don't think I head back to the, whatever it is you go to bring the luggage back, though. Not till much later in the level. For now, I focus on actually getting some more Pizza Planet tokens. So we head down the zip line to this little puzzle right here. Now, this can be kind of a tricky puzzle. You see, when I first came here, even though I was reading the fact, I assumed I had to get all of the lights to be on. In actuality, you have to get the top lights to match the bottom lights, which is a lot easier said than done. And the little number counter all the way to the right of the lights is how many tries you get. You only get 3 tries. So you need to get the lights to match the top within 3 button presses, otherwise the whole process reverses itself and starts all over. Once you complete this puzzle though, the helicopter over there will bring down a Pizza Planet token for you to collect. Don't forget about collecting the regular tokens as well, because me and Mark decided to spare Ham, so he does show up in this level. You know, one last time, get all the guys together, except for Mr. Potato Head, who already showed up in the previous level, you see. So yeah, I mean, my conclusion basis on Toy Story 2, it's not a bad game, like I said. It's just, I've played better Disney licensed games. Or, I guess in the case of Muppet Monster Adventure, it wasn't Disney when it came out, but it's now Disney in retrospect. Because, you know, the Muppets were purchased by Disney. Disney also purchased Star Wars and obviously Pixar, so yeah, Disney's definitely been getting around with those purchases, and I guess I applaud them for that. Oh yeah, and Marvel. Holy man. Disney, man. I wish Nintendo was that way with some game companies. If Nintendo was like Disney with game companies, Nintendo would probably already have Mega Man and Sonic as their own IPs, instead of still being third-party IPs. But that's getting off topic and might ignite some flame wars, so maybe I should just hush my mouth. And we're now done with the majority of this level. I believe there's still just the mini-boss, as well as collecting the tokens as far as Pizza Planet tokens go. Let's see, I believe I do the mini-boss next, so definitely collect more regular tokens because they seem to be really spread out in this level. And I don't think there's much more than 50, I think there might be like 60 at the most. Actually, near the end of this level, I start literally going out of my way to find tokens because I simply did not have enough after defeating the mini-boss, you see. Oh yeah, I still gotta bring the luggage to the egg person in charge of the luggage. And don't forget to kill the enemies as well, and the slime doesn't do that much damage, so if you're at full health or close to it, feel free to jump into the slime to grab a token or two. Like I said, it shouldn't hurt you too much in the long run. There's also a battery in there if you need that as well. Here's the guy you need to bring the luggage to, underneath the Zone 3 gate, if I'm not mistaken. So after this, I believe, is when I go for the mini-boss. Now, I hope you've been paying attention to the mini-bosses since around Owl's Penthouse or so, as well as the mini-boss from the airport, which was Stinky Pete. There's going to be another mini-boss in this level, and it'll be the last mini-boss of the game. But, you see, the developers went kinda lazy with the final boss concept, and I really shouldn't spoil it because, you know, the final boss is going to be in this video. So, basically, I'm just going to say you're probably not ready. You're not ready for the kind of decision that the developers ended up going with. I mean, it's not the first time that a situation like this has happened, but I was honestly hoping for a much more entertaining final boss battle. Like, I don't know, Sid making a comeback in the video game would almost compensate for him not being in the actual movie. Or, shit, even the creepy spider thing with the baby head would have been a better final boss than what they came up with. The slime monster would have been a better final boss than what they came up with. But I digress. Oh, slime monster. Anyway, we passed Zone 8, and what zone do I have to end up at? Passing Zone 1, That's where the puzzle was. Yeah, this goes on for a bit. Sorry, guys. That zone 2, where the Rex thing is, for the most part. And I think no, zone 3. I think we just passed it. That's where the egg person in charge of the luggage was. I guess we'll call him the luggage egg or something. I don't know. Past zone 4. I think it's zone 5 or 6 we need to be heading to. Don't know. I guess we'll find that. Nope, that was zone 5 right there. Barely visible due to the draw distance. And this is zone 6, so I guess not there either. I think we're coming up on it though. Zone 7. It's gotta be zone 7. And, yep, you know what? It is zone 7. Alright, we got some top of the building exploration here. Lots of tokens too, thankfully. Like I said, you know, keep focusing on the tokens, guys. And here is the mini-boss. The, blacksmith. This is probably the hardest mini-boss so far. One reason being that this guy does not take damage from lasers. Boy, that's starting to become a recurring theme lately, isn't it? Zurg was immune to lasers, and even Stinky Pete was immune to lasers. And now this random guy is also immune to lasers. It's really kind of annoying, but what's more annoying than being invincible to lasers is his attack, which homes in on you with ungodly precision. Like, look at that. I'm pretty sure the only way you could dodge that is if you jumped on top of one of the walls, which, in retrospect, I probably should have done, but I just honestly wanted to kill that guy before he killed me, which is definitely doable. He doesn't seem to have a lot of HP or defense, thankfully, compared to Stinky Pete or the Zurg. But, yeah, so that takes care of the mini-boss. I get the feeling that it's not the last we'll be seeing of him, though. I mean, it's not like we've refought a mini-boss up to this point, but I have this weird feeling. Oh, and check out the weird shading on Buzz going on again. Blue, red, normal, blue, red, normal. It has to be an emulation issue, but it's not a big deal, so. Besides, I don't actually own a copy of this game anymore. I used to, like I said, on the N64, but you know, don't really see much of the point in getting a physical copy of a Disney game. Well, there is one game I do have on disc. That's mostly on the courtesy of Mark, and he probably didn't even get the game intentionally. It seems to have been a leftover from our past, so it's a game we never really got around to selling, so here it lingers in my shelf. What game it is? Well, I can tell you, that game will be the next game I do. But what game is it? Maybe you wait until the end of the video and I might just toss you a hint. Don't expect it to show up for, I don't know, a few weeks, a month maybe. It's mainly dependent on how the guys at Infinite E-Tank are doing, because I'm definitely not going to start until they finish their Emperor's New Groove playthrough. Because you see, part of the concept behind Disney Orgy is that they do a Disney game at the same time I do a Disney game. Now, will we be doing like swaps, like maybe I'll play Emperor's New Groove and they'll play Toy Story 2? Maybe not right after this, because it would feel kind of repetitive. You know, you'd be seeing the same game just on different channels. But a possibility in the future, maybe. I'm just glad I never have to play Toy Story 2 again. And that finishes off the level. Thank God. So now I bet you're wondering, who is the final boss of this glorious game going to be? Well, we're about to find out. Wait, what? Didn't I just kill that guy on the left? What's Stinky Pete doing there? Woody and Jesse? Oh, this can't be good. Say hello to the final boss battle, folks. The past 3 mini-bosses at the same time. Only one of them is weak to your laser, which is the gunslinger in the middle. Stinky Pete and the blacksmith are only weak to your spin attack. And guess what? The blacksmith still has that annoying as hell homing attack. Good thing you have more space to work with here at least. So anyway, the best strategy would be to defeat the gunslinger with your laser first, doing your best to avoid the attacks from the other 2 guys. And once the gunslinger is taken care of, by the way, they all share the same health bar, but they still have about the same amount of health as they did before. It's just all lumped into one health bar, you see. But once you kill the gunslinger, feel free to move on to the blacksmith next because of his homing attack, and hey, there I died again. I mean, it's pretty. I don't think it's very easy to defeat this final boss battle without dying at least once. There's too much going on, too many attacks being thrown at you. It's probably a really insanely difficult task, and I'm not gonna worry about it. Like I said, the deaths are so inconsequential that there's really no point in editing out like 5 seconds. So yeah, at this one I'd basically just spin attack both of them, hoping to kill the blacksmith first. Because at this point I really just don't care if I get hit or not, because if I kill them before they kill me, it's good. So as the way this goes is that I kill the blacksmith and then I kill Stinky Pete in like a couple more hits. And there we go. That ends Toy Story 2, folks. Look at that meh Woody model. Oh man, this was rough. You know what else is rough? The other Disney games I'll be doing eventually. Some of them are decent, some are not. And guess what? That was the shortest cutscene in the entire game. A beautiful ending to the movie, I think. It's a shame that this game doesn't seem to have the cutscene where Jessie reminisces about her previous owner. It's a really good cutscene. I highly recommend watching the movie, guys, but you know, on DVD or Blu-ray. Don't watch like the PS1 cutscenes, because, well, for obvious reasons. I really like dachshunds. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, they bark a lot, but at the same time, they're so dang adorable.